Start again, off you go.
They'll be taken to Stratford for professional voice and movement coaching in a unique day-long workshop at the Royal Shakespeare Company.
Oh, Friar, that damn use of that word in hell!
Most speedily to my lord your husband.
Each group will then perform the scene in front of a live audience and our judges. Actor Miriam Margolyes, critic Quentin Letts, and impresario Bill Kenwright. They're all hoping to win the opportunity of a lifetime, to perform in the West End. Regent Rep are based in the coastal town of Christchurch in Dorset, and their director is drama teacher Rob Walker.
My first question was, well, outside of a feudal system, you know, where else in the world today do you see themes of betrayal, greed, duplicity, backstabbing, you know, the ruthless pursuit for power? And the first thing that I thought of was capitalism. So basically my idea is to set Lear in the present day and to have Lear himself as the head of the corporation, OK?
The piece hasn't even been cast yet, but already Rob has storyboarded the whole scene like some blood-soaked version of the film Wall Street.
The way that I wanted to do it was representing Regan as almost like a femme fatale. She actually takes a stiletto off, passes it to Cornwall, who uses that for the assault on Gloucester, and then afterwards hands it back to her and she just casually puts it back on, maybe lights a cigarette or something. In my head, you know, I can see it all. So in terms of directing it, I don't think it's going to be too bad because, you know, I can visualise every single bit and exactly how it transitioned from one bit to the next, and, you know, it's all kind of there, really. If they all knew their lines, say, in a week, I think we could do it quite easily. It wouldn't take much rehearsal.
To create the world of modern finance, Rob's set will incorporate a few items of iconic stage furniture, the most important of which is a large white company director's chair.
Ideally, I wanted something that could look like a dentist chair almost. You know, people hate dentists and stuff, you know, so the idea of being strapped into a chair. The other thing about this chair is that of all the ones that I sat in at Staples, I think the manager was a bit, I thought it was balmy. This one actually does go down much further than the rest, and it locks in this position. Good idea.
Using the chair, Rob has dreamt up a feast of visual set pieces. Gloucester, played by Gilly Gillard, is strapped to the chair and dangled from the office windows, high above the traffic.
Look down, Gilly, look down. That's it. Keep your head back, though, but look down. Yeah.
Regan, all femme fatale, straddles Gloucester for the interrogation.
And also the way that you did that, I kind of had that whole predatory feel, you know, that kind of sidling up to someone. That looked good.
And then there's a super stylised blinding scene.
Her comment that basically what you want to be careful of, it doesn't become all about the chair, I think that's brilliant. She's highlighted things where we've come at it from a visual perspective and thought, oh, look, maybe this will be visually interesting to do this. But then she's kind of saying, yeah, but you run the risk if you do that of just kind of creating these self-indulgent sort of images without it actually being rooted in the text.
Things can now go either way for Regent Rep. If Rob listens to Jill and allows the drama to shine through his concept, they stand a chance of turning in a hugely impressive piece of theatre. If, on the other hand, his vision continues to stifle the text and the actors, it could be a disaster.
I don't want it to be just a self-indulgent spectacle that we're trying to create with no rooting in the text. You know, I think I have to listen to that.
Francis landed! Seize everything in Gloucester! Hang him instantly! Cut out his arm! Leave him to my displeasure!
I have to say, I loved it.
Okay.
I loved the bravery of it. I loved the commitment. I thought they burst onto the stage.
Following Jill's advice to the letter, Rob has allowed the acting and the drama to really stand out.
Sit! Shut! Now, never! Upon these eyes of thine, I'll press thy fire!
This was the one that really had me horrified and wanting to look away during the cruelty.
There was that horrifying mixture of evil sexuality.
I was with you totally.
But that excited me.
One side will mock another, the other too.
And happily for Rob, by allowing the actors to create a believable, horrific world, his concept of modern business comes through with full force.
But better service have I never done you than now to bid you hold!
It was fantastically inventive, wasn't it? It was more than inventive, it was very timely.
Yeah.
Because this was making us look at corporate gore buckets of it, and it was...
With a screen at the back with newspapers.
Yes, but it really made you think...
Newspapers, Quentin.
Yes,
But you
it was
were in a
newspapers,
world.
but it was the
You were-
business world.
Yeah.
They
And
put
it-
us in a world,
Yeah.
and that's one of the problems with Lear, that it's sometimes hard to know where we are.
It was super inventive, wasn't it, really?
Yes.
They'd gone, now what can we... I don't know who the director is, but what can we do to knock this one for 6? And they did.
And they did.
Knife!
In the room next door, Michael Corbidge, the RSC's head vocal coach, is leading the voice class. Like Struan, Michael's approach to theatre is anti-intellectual. He wants the actors to shut off their powers of analysis and approach the text purely through its most basic element, the spoken word.
Look what you were doing to the vowels and look what you were doing to the consonants. You know, the word hell. Hell! And that's exactly what hell is. You can hear that kind of echo as he tumbles into it. Hell lives in your body somewhere. Your body is a barometer for words, isn't it? Hell feels like it's really deep down. What you're doing is actually giving yourself the opportunity to mine, really dig down deep and into dark places to find what really that word is. And you know what that word is. You don't have to get a dictionary definition for it. Even if you don't know the word, if you plumb it and mine it and trawl it and excavate it, you'll find it.
'Tis torture.
Michael believes that our speech is so instinctive to us, so ingrained, that if we allow our bodies and voices complete freedom, they will express the meaning of a text far more truthfully than the intellect ever could.
When you say the word flies, as in the buzzing variety, you know, carrion flies, I want you to shake for 3 seconds like this. Flies! Go, I'm going to count. Go. Very nice.
In this exercise, Michael has given the group a speech from Romeo and Juliet, and he's asked them to attach actions to certain words.
Off you go.
Hast thou no poison mixed? No sharp ground knife, no sudden mean of death?
The group have had no preparation, but as if by magic, the speech starts to come to life.
But Romeo may not. He is banished.
Tell me about that exercise.
It sounded as if it was being performed, but it wasn't, because you weren't doing it.
It's not being performed.
What does that
You
mean?
switched off the acting gene.
Yeah.
No
but
one's told you
it's
to project.
But there was emphasis
Yes.
that didn't come from...
Yes. But your
Intent.
voice is starting to harness down into the root of yourself.
Without them even trying, the actors are emotionally connecting to the text.
Lives, death. So just check a bit of tension.
Fast forward to the last exercise of the day, and extraordinary things are starting to happen.
The object of this exercise is to kiss Juliet. All right?
Who's Juliet? Oh, right, OK.
I'll give you a clue. What? Got it? There's going to be a bit of resistance, because they're going to hold you.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives. And every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing may live here and may look upon her, but Romeo may not.
There has been no analysis, no discussion, nothing anyone would call work, but you'd never guess it.
To kill me! Banished! How hast thou the heart?
What we've done is take a piece of text, bounce some words around, get it into a kind of physical state, and then that is the outcome.